I am not going to be focusing on these brands anymore. I have a small list to share with you today of brands that I am no longer paying attention to because I have had it with them. They are over for me. I am breaking up with them. The performance has been subpar at best, and I want to share them with you today. Let's go ahead and dive in. Download your free reseller resource guide today. I constantly update and share with you discounts, favorites, tools, and resources to help you with your reselling business. After the video, click the link in the description and get your totally free guide today. So yes, we all know that sometimes brands come and go. There's the ones that stick around and we love those for sure. And I have been on the I just focus on these brands for a while. But I have noticed that there are some brands that have just kind of slowly underperformed over and over. And so these are the brands. It's going to be pretty quick. We're going to go through this quickly. These are the brands where either the price that I can get for them has gone down, or they have taken a long time to sell and the sell-through rate has gone down. And also too, I'm not seeing them as much. So maybe if you can't source them anymore, then you can't sell them anymore. So I'm not kind of seeing this anymore. So let's go ahead and talk about some of them. The first one is one that I'm really upset about, really upset, because it is Draper James. And if you've watched my channel in the past, you know that I've shown many high ticket sales for Draper James, $80, $85 sales of Draper James dresses. And I loved it. And I would go to my Style Encore and I would pay up for Draper James. I would sometimes pay $20 or $25 to get a Draper James dress, to list it and sell it to basically double or even more my money. And it was great and it worked. But one day I went shopping at Kohl's and I saw Draper James. And I was like, isn't that interesting? So it was Draper James RSVP. This was a few years ago. And I said, oh my bananas. This is going to be the end of it. Because now the diffusion line has arrived at Kohl's. And this is where brands go to die. And so there's nothing wrong with shopping at Kohl's. I'm not, I love Kohl's. I don't really shop there that much, but I did have a period where I did love shopping at Kohl's. So there's nothing wrong with that. And Reese Witherspoon and her line and doing the diffuse, great for her, right? Good for you. But I knew that having this diffusion line out there was going to hurt the value of the original, because people were going to go and list the RSVP as the original. All of it's going to get mucked up on Poshmark. And I just wasn't going to get the price I used to get. And that has happened. I have seen the sell-through go down on Draper James. I have seen the price that I can get for them. So I don't think I'm selling any of them at a loss, but there's a few where I'm I made $2. But I'm you know what? You have to get out, right? You can't keep this thing for forever. It's not going to go back up. So you could sit on it and see if you could get the top dollar for it, but I don't want to do that. I want to just get out of them. So whatever few I have left, I'm taking those, lower offers, and I'm getting out of it and just saying, lesson learned. I made plenty of money on it in the heyday, and now I'm not, and I'm not going to make those same mistakes again. I will not be picking it up. And you might have a different experience with it or with any of these other brands than me, but I am finished with Draper James, and I'm very sad about it. I'm highly disgruntled. I've not made my peace with it. I'm very upset. The next one is Eliza J. If I'm not mistaken, I think this was a Nordstrom type brand, and it used to do really well. And I just find that I don't really find it that much anymore, and I'm not really getting that much for these dresses. Now, I don't have the same information on Eliza J as I do on the Draper James situation, because that just kind of played out naturally in my life, where I happened to see the RSVP and I called it, and then I was like, this is happening. Whereas Eliza J, I'm just noticing the sales, and I'm not really taking the time to investigate further. I don't have the time or the will to know more about what's going on. I'm just reporting on what's been happening with me and with this brand, and that I'm not really going to pay attention to it going forward. And maybe you're having great success with it, but for me, I'm finished with Eliza J. The next one is Eshakti, which you may or may not know about. It's kind of a random brand, because if I'm not mistaken, it's a custom brand, and I don't even know if they're there or not. Again, I'm not investigating further. The way I work is I would buy random things, I would experiment with them. If it did well, I would replicate it and do it again. And if that worked well, I would replicate it and do it again. So I randomly got an Eshakti, never heard of it, listed it, it sold well. I said, well, that worked out well. Let's do that again. I go find the Eshakti and I list it and it sells well and it worked. So I do it again. And I do that again and again until it stops working. Like, that's my system. That's my big reselling secret. I just do it if it works, and then I stop doing it when it stops working. That's it. I want to make you aware of the hottest, the best deal I have ever offered in my Rebecca the Reseller Academy. To find it, all you have to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom and you will find this right here. Hot deal, best value, all courses and digital downloads for life. This is it, friends. This is as good as it's going to get. I'm giving you everything I have in my academy, all the digital downloads, all the courses for just $20. The best part is if I create a new digital download going forward, you will get it absolutely free. This is the time to lock in the best deal I have ever offered. All you have to do is go to Rebecca the Reseller Academy, scroll down to Hot Deal, and purchase it for $20. If you're wondering what comes in this, it's everything. So you're going to get all of my courses, and you're also going to get all of the digital downloads that I've created, including my keywords list, my listing forms, my Poshmark closet signs. Everything that I have created and everything that I ever will create will be yours for literally $20. So Eshakti has stopped working. I think the last one I sold was for like $18. And I'm like, no, thank you. Because I do pay up for some items. Again, when I'm specifically targeting things and I know I can get a certain price point for it based on past data, I will pay up so that it all works out. So I had paid up for some items. Well, now it's not working anymore. And so I guess that could be a difference for you. Let's say you're getting these dresses, or most of these are dresses for me, but let's say you're getting these brands for $1, then you might be fine with selling it for $18. But I'm not paying $1 for it. I'm paying up for it. $5, $10 maybe. So I need it to perform well. And so in my model, it's not performing well. So I guess now that I'm saying these things out loud, these may not apply to you if you are getting them for $1, because you might still be able to make your way with them. But for me, Draper James, Eliza J, and Eshakti thus far, I'm breaking up with you. The next one is Land's End. I used to sell it a lot in my lower value selling days, and then I kind of didn't sell it. And then I was like, in certain situations, this might work. And so in the plus size swimwear area, I still kind of kept up with it, but I still have some that are sitting. So I'm kind of finished with Land's End. Now, again, you might like selling Land's End. It might work well for you, but for me, I'm just not seeing the performance there. I think it's been a long time since I've sold one of my Land's End pieces. And so I'm just kind of not going to focus on it, not going to pay attention to it. The next one, I don't know if you're going to agree with this or not, but Vineyard Vines. I have some stuff that's sitting. Now, granted, the stuff I have sitting is small sizes, extra, extra small. So I get that. But that's also a brand where extra, extra small, they make it because people buy it. There are extra, extra small ladies out there that like the Vineyard Vines, and they do that whole little preppy little look. So I'm not one of them, but so it's sitting. Also too, on Poshmark, you cannot put a stock photo because they will send you the DCMA, DMCA, whatever the letters are. They will send you one of those. They'll take it down. And so I stopped doing stock photos with Vineyard Vines a long time ago. And I don't know if that's why they haven't been selling, or maybe it's just had its day. I mean, I feel like I still see the store out there. I feel like people still wear it. That preppy look is still out there. So I'm not sure why I'm having trouble with it, but I'm going to break up with it. And maybe that won't be for forever. But again, I put this out here just to let you know what I'm doing. You don't have to do everything I'm doing, but it might give you the thought to say, let me go look at my Vineyard Vines. Is it doing well? Maybe it's not. Maybe I should stop buying it. So this is just, for all of our information. The next one is Bowden. So I used to love selling Bowden, and even the older styles would still sell. Now I know I have some older styles. They're not selling, But even some of the better things that I had are selling for less, and I have things that are sitting. So again, it could just be me. It could just be the items that I have, and I don't have a ton of them, but I'm not loving the performance these days. And so I'm probably going to steer clear of it for a while. If you have conflicting reports, I'd love for you to leave them in the comments on any of these brands. Like if you're having wild success with Vineyard Vines, let me know, because maybe I need to take a second look at it. But for right now, Draper James, Eliza J, Eshakti, Land's End, Vineyard Vines, and Bowden. I'm just going to put a pause on them. Maybe I'll revisit it in the future, but for right now, I'm not going to be paying attention to those brands. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more videos like this, because it does give me a reason to go back through my sales and kind of do some analytics. So I'm not opposed to it. PosherVA is a tax-deductible business investment that pays for itself many times over each month. It increases Poshmark sales because it shares and sends offers more than I ever could manually. It handles all my shares, automatic offer to likers, bulk offers, and it can do price drops and relists. When my coaching clients add PosherVA, it makes more sales basically immediately. The best part is that you get your time back. More time with family, thrifting, whatever. Get 20% off with code Rebecca the Reseller and the link below. So let me know in the comments if you want to see this video again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!